However, I'm going to talk about the idea that some film fans have, and that is that Hollywood is out of original ideas. A lot of people are like, what happened to the 80s? I remember the days when we had E.T. and and Jaws and Predator and Alien and Terminator and Highlander. Remember those days where we had original films? What happened to those? Everything's based on a comic book or an existing TV show. Everything's based on something. They're rebooting everything. Like, why can't Hollywood do original ideas? Well, I would say this: they do original ideas, but the problem is you guys don't fucking see them. Here's the weird thing. Last year we had two films. We had Hugo the Two Swings, a stop motion animated film with Charlie Theron and Matthew McConaughey as doing the voices of those characters. But no one saw it. I don't say it bombed at the box office, but it was like didn't do well. The Nice Guys, a nice 80s throwback with Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling. Didn't do well at all, and it was a really good film. A Separate Whim, it wasn't an existing property. It was based on nothing. But here's the point: none of you saw it. Now with A Separate Whim, it did very well in China. So that's why they're doing a sequel and right now. But there is existing properties. And the way we communicate to the studios that we are interested of these things, that we are interested of all of these different elements of cinema, is by box office. The way we communicate to the studios is our dollars. That did we see the movie? Was there enough people who saw the movie? Did people like it, and do people love it? But it doesn't matter. It all comes through the money, and that's how we communicate. That's how sequels get made. Now, the second thing is the other. Yes, no one sees the movies, but the reason you see a lot of sequels and remakes and stuff based on original IP is simply this: streaming services. People are a bit lazy of going to the movies. People do have the attitude of wait. They're happy to wait about 4 months to get it on digitally, or when it hits Netflix, or when it's when it hits DVD, so they can rent it. Like, people are willing to wait. So you had to find a way to get people butts in seats, and I believe personally, in today's culture, to convince people to get out of their houses and tell people that this movie is worth seeing the big screens. I mean, Star Wars is something that would be existing on the big screen, that should be first seen on a big screen. But like The Nice Guys, an 80s throwback for a lot of people is something they can easily wait and watch at home. A movie like John Wick. I mean, John Wick is a original movie that probably did well, but you wouldn't be surprised that it didn't do that well, because people are like, I can easily watch it at home. That's why that you always see limited releases for small movies like Birdman and La La Land and all that kind of stuff. Like, even La La Land did pretty well, but those are like the exceptions. Live by Night didn't do that well. So that's why for studios, they have to do the comic book movies, do the franchise films all the time, and remake and reboot. Is basically, you have to convince people to get their butts out of their homes. Like, I love going to the movies and reporting and reviewing movies for you guys and tell you if you should see the movie or not. Yeah, for me that's great. But for the general Joe Blow, they can only go to the movies once a month. And also, if you have kids, you're pretty much getting dragged to see the Smurfs. You're pretty much getting dragged to see Baby Boss. Sorry, the Boss Baby. You're pretty much getting dragged to see Captain Underpants. Like, so I just wanted to have people, clear people that Hollywood is doing original ideas, but it's just the idea of people are not seeing it. You guys are not seeing it. To the people who are like, Hollywood's not making original ideas. And those are studios need to make the Star Wars films and the superhero films and the franchise films that are based on superhero properties to simply let people get out of their houses and buy $10.